All right, I'm going to admit I'm really missing Indiana Fever basketball. I'm missing watching Caitlin Clark play. I'm missing watching Aliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell play. And there was one play that really made this hit home for me when I saw it on my timeline, and it was a throwback. This also led to a little intrigue, and I'll explain in a second. But good job by Erica F455 digging up this old clip, and it's from the Team USA Under 19 team in 2019. You can see Caitlin Clark on the wing there. She gets the ball, dishes inside to Aliyah Boston. Nice footwork from Aliyah. She finishes. So that's like a play I feel like we saw 100 times this year with the Indiana Fever, and it looked then just like it does now. Of course, the girls were a little younger, the women were a little younger at that time, and it made me want to look into that team a bit because it is very interesting. If you go to that team, that squad, look at this roster for the 5x5 U19 Women's World Cup, all right, 2019. You've got Aliyah Boston, Cameron Brink, Paige Beckers. By the way, here's the photo. You can see Aliyah in the top row, Caitlin in the bottom row, right next to Paige. On top of that, Ryan Howard's there, obviously Caitlin, Haley Van Lith, and I believe Haley Van Lith and Paige Beckers actually were the ones who lit it up in the championship game. Clark played a little bit more of a minimal role, but when you fast forward to 2021, Clark was the centerpiece of that team and wound up winning the MVP for that squad. So I thought it was a little interesting to go back and take a look at that as a throwback, just to put some context around that play. It's not like Clark and Boston were connecting all the time with that team, but it does look then just like it does now, and it made me miss the Indiana Fever a little bit, and basketball and Caitlin Clark and Boston and everything else. So in order to wrap this up, I'm going to go to the WNBA's page because they shared a highlight video today. I know some people were upset about who was it? Chelsea Gray was like the centerpiece for one of the assist week posts. I didn't have a problem with it. They can promote other players. Today they promoted Caitlin Clark. So we saw that Caitlin Clark assist to Aliyah Boston from back then. Let's look at some of Caitlin Clark's assists from this season, as she, of course, led the WNBA in assists, broke the record for most assists in a season, broke the single game record for most assists in a game. And here is the highlight package. You see Kelsey there, Katie Lou celebrating, which is about the extent of what she did for the Fever this season. And then some of these Caitlin Clark quick edits. There you see her to Boston. I wish they would actually show these full plays. Ahead to Mitchell on the outlet, inside to Fagbenle. Behind the back. Yeah, they're going for that short attention span. TikTok generation edit right here by the WNBA. But you see Caitlin Clark always has her head up, always the ball on a swivel, and she's just so entertaining. I mean, I like watching her pass the ball more than I like watching her shoot the ball, to be real with you. And that's the thing that I think when all these other debates come up, like Paige, who I just referenced, or Juju, or whomever, and people say they're going to be better than Caitlin Clark, the thing that they do is undersell what makes Clark so special. And that, to me, beyond the logo shooting, which, brought her onto the scene, and some of the explosive movements she's able to make out on the court, I don't think she gets enough credit for her strength and her athleticism as far as being able to go and go and go. But the thing that really separates Caitlin Clark from the pack is her court vision, because she has court vision that's as good as any man or woman basketball player I've ever seen. That is why she is as special as she is, in my opinion, as a hooper.